I don't want to do this one. I'm scared.
For the love of God, please, next time put that you're afraid of the dark on your resume. Now read the lines, Bima. Damn it.
Hi, guys. You are watching Tyrant's Legendary Guide for Halo 2. I'm Vima. You're about to take on one of the darkest missions in the entire series. This week, the Flood has invaded High Charity, so you gotta fight your way through it, kill the Prophet of Truth, and don't die. Please don't die.
Your pal. Where's he going?
Earth, to finish what was started. And this time, none of you will be left standing.
That structure in the center of the city, it's a Forerunner ship. And Truth is heading straight for it. If he leads the Covenant fleet to Earth, they won't stand a chance. You have to stop him.
That brute has the Index. And Miranda and Johnson. He can activate the ring.
If he does, I'll detonate in Emberclad's reactor just like we did the Autumns. The blast will destroy this city and the ring. Not a very original plan, but we know it'll work. No, I don't want to chance a remote detonation. I need to stay here.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Tyrant's Legendary Guide for Halo 2. Today we're doing the mission High Charity. We are still in the massive Covenant Holy City High Charity, but this is quite contradictory to the mission Gravemind. It's a lot easier. Now, a lot of these Flood have shields, the elite forms to be more specific. Now right away the Flood are engaging brutes. The brutes will go down very quickly. The Flood just keep coming. You can theoretically just run past them. My recommendation is just to play it safe. These Flood are very easy to kill, particularly if you have the Envy Skull activated, which we do. So I recommend just simply taking them out. Whoops. Oh, Jesus. Now, if you fall down here, it's not that big of a deal. You can climb back out very easily. Apparently, Bungie did anticipate this, thank God. Whoa! Okay, apparently there's some combat forms waiting for us. And he's got a pistol. And he's shooting it pretty damn fast, too. So we're going to climb back up here. I'm going to sword this guy first. Again, the sword is the ultimate anti-Flood weapon in this game. You got this guy. Even with the shotgun, he was no match for my energy sword. So we're pretty clear here. Go through this door. Now again, you have Envy Skull activated. Now wait till the brutes show up. Activate it to easily slip by them. Just saves a little bit of time. The brutes aren't that difficult to kill, but it's just nice to have that factor removed. So we're going to shoot up this lift. Now this is trippy. Imagine having a beer with this. You hope? You're in the goddamn Covenant infrastructure. Make it happen. So you've got 3 beam rifles to play with here. Your main opposition is going to be drones and stupid Jackal Sniper. Glad you're dead. That's just awesome. I love seeing that elevator lift. Probably one of the coolest scenes in the game. So the drones are going to engage the Flood that are hanging out over there on the left-hand side. The drones are the only enemy in the game that will go down in one single hit from any body part using the beam rifle. There's a brute hanging out here. I think this guy's invincible because I can hit this guy over and over again. I think he's scripted. He's meant to engage the Flood. So from the safety of your location, again, just go ahead and take out everything. There's no sense in just trying to rush it unless you're going for a speed run here. You've got plenty of ammo and lots of distance. Moving on to our second beam rifle now. The drones, for the most part, will hang out over there. Yeah, they go down pretty quick. So now we need to worry about the Flood. There will be at least 1 or 2 combat forms that show up once you cross the light bridge, but again, they're not that much of a problem at this point. You're armed with a beam rifle and an energy sword. The energy sword can be obtained from the Flood in the initial battle, from where the Pelican crash lands, which, by the way, is one of the coolest scenes in Halo. It looks pretty quiet over there, so we're going to go ahead and engage that. I'm guessing this is the drone hive. It certainly looks like it would be. Now, this other light bridge takes a couple of seconds to activate. Sometimes I think it intentionally puts you in this spot so that you are forced to engage whatever is surviving over here. Human forms go down in 1 hit from the sword. Now, a massive Flood is going to emerge from the door, so as you approach the door, again, activate the Envy Skull and slip right by them. Save yourself a little bit of trouble. Now, this mission gets very dark, very dismal. This actually makes the library seem like a fairly cheerful place. Now, it's just Flood in this room. So we're going to cut them down to size. Now in the next room, you're going to have Flood and Covenant. They're going to be engaging each other in combat. So it's very easy to slip by them without any problem. Don't even really need the Envy Skull here. The only disadvantage of having the Envy Skull activated here is the fact that you can't use the flashlight. So with these outdoor sections, there's only 2 of them. Activate Envy Skull only when you take fire, which is very rare. Now clearly the Grave Mine has infiltrated High Charity, and you can actually see evidence of this if you look at the tentacles that are hanging by the windows. First outdoor section is the toughest one. The second one's a little bit easier because instead of Covenant, it has Flood, and most of them tend to ignore you unless you engage them in combat. Again, don't engage them. When you get about here, activate the active camo. Truth, you are a lying son of a bitch. Now, this is the toughest battle in the mission. You need to get to the Hierarch's private chambers, and there's going to be tons of Covenant guarding the door, including Jackal snipers, and a bunch of Flood are going to engage them. Some of these Flood do have sniper rifles, so this is very dangerous, but I'm going to show you a very easy way to get past this mission with very little opposition. So first you want to make sure you have a clear path. So check your corners. We're pretty lucky here because one of the columns is already fallen. So we have a little bit of cover. Now your goal at this point is to get into the ventilation shaft. This is where the Flood spawn. So if you go all the way back here, the Flood will spawn in front of you. The Flood will continuously spawn and engage the Covenant until they have won. Now I've noticed that there is one invisible Flood here, but he doesn't have anything that's really that formidable, so it's not that big of a deal. This is the most boring part of the mission because you're just basically waiting out the battle. Now unfortunately this battle does include Jackal snipers, but the Flood will eliminate those guys too. And you can see the Flood are spawning in front of us. They're not even acknowledging our presence. This is fantastic. But you want to stay as far back as you can, not just because of the Flood, but because of the brute shot rounds that can bounce off of walls. Now, as you can see, there are Jackal snipers still present, so our main concern at this point is getting those Jackal snipers out of the picture. The other enemies are fairly manageable. Even the Flood snipers aren't as bad as the Jackal snipers. This is the only game where Flood can actually wield human sniper rifles. They can wield pretty much everything. It sucks. Okay, so we're going to cloak ourselves and just see what else is remaining in this battle at this point. I'm not seeing anything yet. Okay, so we have a brute captain that's still alive. They're still engaging the Flood. They're very good about killing each other, which pretty much clears the path for you. If there's anything that's has survived the battle, it's just as simple as staying back and sniping them from a distance. The captains are dead. So where are the Flood that killed them? Let's see. It looks like everything's dead at this point. Okay, so we're going to jump down, sort of scope out the area, make sure that the way is clear. Good old Halo 2 camo. There is one camoed Flood sitting right there. He went down pretty quick, no problem. He's probably the one who killed the brutes. We're going to go for the door. Again, keep your eyes peeled. I don't know if there's any Flood hiding in this area. So I'm going to cloak myself just for good measure, even though I don't see anything at all on my radar. Now this last battle is a bit tricky. I'm going to grab this sword just for good measure. We don't really need it. Now this last battle once again has Jackal snipers. This last battle would be fun if it weren't for them. The Flood and the Covenant are going to be going at it. Your goal is simple, just to reach the platform. That's all you have to do and you complete the mission. So if you can get the snipers knocked out of the way, you should be just fine. Once again, just in protest, I'm going to let the Flood deal with the snipers. So we have one sniper perched over there. I think there's another one on the side somewhere.
The ship isn't so much launching as it is disengaging, uncoupling itself from High Charity's power grid.
Jesus.
Stopping truth, that's all that matters.
Yeah, this is where cloaking really comes in handy. If it weren't for the snipers, cloaking really wouldn't be that necessary, but again, this just gives you a one-up on the one-shot Jackal snipers, and the asshole is just out of view. Great. Yeah, easy for you to say. You're not the one fighting the goddamn aliens.
Forget about the Flood. You've got to get aboard.
Yeah, forget about the Flood. They're standing between me and you. Apparently, you don't know what a bullet feels like. The Flood will continuously spawn until all of the Covenant are dead, which is something you don't want because then all the fire will be trained on you. So again, wait until the Jackals are down, and now we're going to make a run for it. All I hear is a carbine, so we should be in... Whoa! We're going to cloak ourselves right about here. Looks like this brute is not happy. Just touch the platform, and you will end the mission. Congratulations! That is High Charity on Legendary with no deaths. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter if you want to see updates every day about Halo. And as always, I'm the Tyrant, signing off.
Chief, when you get to Earth, good luck.
After I'm through with truth.
Don't make a girl a promise if you know you can't keep it.